Oh, well, we just about get away with that one. Kai Havertz getting the winner on the stroke of the injury time starting. Kai Havertz with a blinding little ball from forward, through ball from Martinelli, and Havertz getting on the end of it, and we win the game 1-0 away. But it was a painful watch, weren't it? Painful, man. Boring. Again, with a lackluster football, just backwards and sideways. It is such a boring game to watch. I mean, Sporting Lisbon, in all fairness, were a better team in my eyes. I know we had a lot of the ball, but we didn't do a lot with it. When Sporting had the ball, they was trying to score. David Raya produces a wonderful save in the beginning of the game. At the beginning of the game, within the first 10 minutes, weren't it? And, if it weren't for that save, it could have been a completely different story. But, I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm so glad that I chose not to do the watch along. This was supposed to be a watch along video tonight. And, I mean, it would have been so boring. I mean, it's boring enough for people, I suppose, watching the watch-alongs when there's things happening, let alone when there's nothing happening, and when you've got like an amateur commentator trying to talk about what's going on in the game. But I mean, we got out of jail there. We take a 1-0 lead to the Emirates next week. We should get over the line. I think we can. We can get through this round of the cup. But it was tough. There was players out there that shouldn't have started for me. I mean, the starting lineup was all wrong. Ben White should never have started the game. He was terrible against Southampton, and he wasn't great tonight. Martin Odegaard, I counted 9 times he lost the ball, and that's when I started taking proper notice. He might have lost it a couple of times beforehand. He either lost possession or he passed the ball and it went nowhere, or he got took off him. And I counted 9 times. So I bet it was more than that. So he's had it, mate. He's nowhere near the player he was in that one good season that he had with us, to be fair. Why he's captain, I say it on almost every video, on almost every reaction video. I say I don't understand why he's the club captain. He's not even a good player anymore. He's not. Was he ever really that good? That one season he had, I think he got 14 or 15 goals from midfield. That one season, he had a great season that year. But he's never replicated that. He's never even come close to replicating it. I know he's had injuries, but the form it's been shocking. Hello, John Moran. How you doing, son? Odegaard is finished, yeah. Odegaard is finished, John. Absolutely. And I don't want to see him play again. I think Ben White, there's a lot of people that are saying, yeah, but he's been flogged to death, Ben White. If he has, he's definitely showing it. And, we've got Maresca sitting there. I mean, why not use him at right back until Timber comes back from injury? I think he'd be dropping down to third place, right back for me. Third choice, I should say. Right back for me, Ben White now. Calafiori as well. I mean, we didn't have no choice, and Capier's out at left back, and Miles Lewis Skelly is what's happened to him. God only knows. God only knows what's happened to Miles Lewis Skelly, but the last couple of times I've seen him play, it looks nothing like the player he did last season or the start of this season. I just the positives was David Raya coming back into the team. We've seen Kepa in the quarter final against Southampton on Saturday, just gone, and then 2 weeks ago in the League Cup final, and he wasn't good enough. Raya's come back tonight. Raya's saved us. I think he's probably going to be man of the match because there's not another player from our team. I'm talking. There's not another player at Arsenal that deserves that accolade. A couple of good saves from Raya, especially early on in the first half. That save looked better than what it was, but when it first appeared, I thought he hit the bar. The left back, was it Suarez or the left back? I can't remember what player it was now. But the pass before that, from the outside of the right boot, from the centre half, was one of the best passes I've seen all season. Arteta, for me, he's getting these. Lately, he's been getting his team selections wrong. And bringing on the subs late, he brought on Kai Havertz with 20 minutes to go. Or he ultimately scored the winner for us, but then he brings on Max Damon and Martinelli with about just under 15 minutes to go. But we watched that dribble for 70 minutes, 75 minutes before he decides to change it. And yeah, Rice was, I think, but he wasn't playing his normal position. He wasn't playing in that number 8 box to box. It's like we was playing with 2 6s, and letting Odegaard try and be the 8 and the 10. Madawaki's got to learn to release the ball a lot quicker from crossing it in from the right. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that we're good enough. I'm not. I'm getting concerned. I am getting concerned because all the hope that this season has brought us Arsenal fans. We're going out of both cups. We're losing the final in the League Cup and then going out of the FA Cup, and then tough, gritty performance in this game. But it's just like we're not playing freely. The football is horrible to watch. It's painful. It's painful to watch. And I've said it on before. If it wins us the Premier League or the Champions League this style of football, so be it. I'll be happy to win the trophies, but we also want to see something a little bit more exciting to watch. I know Jose Mourinho at Chelsea, I don't even think his football was as boring as this. There was some exciting moments, but is it sustainable? That's what you've got to think as well. Is this kind of style of play sustainable? They could have caught us out a couple of times, Sporting. They nearly did. So to me, it screams no. It's not sustainable. Why? If we go 1-0 down, then he's going to try and open up and try and take the handbrake off and try and equalise. Then, it's even more dangerous then. It's even more because we get caught on the counter attack, and it's panic stations. Think we will beat them at home next week. So see who he plays on Saturday. We've got to take that game on Saturday with the utmost seriousness. We've got every game, to me, that's left. It's got to be treated. If we're serious about winning this title, it's got to be treated like a Champions League final. serious about. We've got to take every game with the utmost. We've got to win. We cannot afford to slip, even though the points at the moment is, if City win their game in hand, it's 6 points. We can afford to probably lose one of them games that's left and still maybe win the league. And that game could be ultimately against Man City, who we've got. So we've got Bournemouth next in the league, then Sporting Lisbon, and then it's City after that game, I believe. And at the Etihad as well. So we've got to, we've got to be careful, but we've also got to treat it with the respect it deserves and say, look, we don't want to sort of play a team. We don't want to, because it's Bournemouth, we don't want to play a weakened side. We've got to play our strongest possible, fittest team in every game we've got left. Otherwise, it could bite us in the arse. And I just think that some of the decision making, to play the team selection against Southampton was like he wasn't bothered if we got knocked out or not. The decision to play Miles Lewis-Skelly and Norgard, Jesus, it was like, you're not bothered. And I don't know, it just screams to me a bit of contempt. Wonder why, the fan base is divided over the manager, because he just makes decisions. It's like it's all about him. It's not what's best for the club and the team. It's all about him, and he's trying to be smarter than everybody else. As Shane says, he's trying to reinvent the wheel. And it's so frustrating. And then you got people in the industry, like the coaches and pundits and that, trying to protect him, saying about, what, you're mad, look what, you're top of the league. But we were top of the league before. We run us up 3 times in a row because of decisions that Arteta's made. Just shows that he's not as good as he's made out to be. He's not. He's nowhere near the best managers in the world. Serial winners. He's nowhere near there. And I know he's got to win. He's got to, have his apprenticeship basically first. But has it been long enough? Has he had long enough at Arsenal? For me, this is his last season if he wins nothing. And I wouldn't have gone on with him this year if it was up to me. I've been a little bit flip-floppy over the last 6.5 years with the manager. But I wanted him gone last year. 100%. I said the year before, this is his last season if he doesn't win anything. And he's been given another season. Well, I think he's got his contracts another couple of years left to run. But I think they've got to have a serious think about his future if we come out empty-handed again at the end of this season. John, did you Southampton tonight? Did you what? Did Southampton win as well? They beat Wrexham. I think he wants the league more, not worried about the cups. I don't think he's ever been worried about the cups, John. I don't think he's ever took the cup seriously. That quarter final in the FA Cup was the first time I believe we got past the 4th round since he won the COVID FA Cup. And the League Cup, he's never really took that seriously anyway. Yeah. So overall, I'm pleased we won the game, but I'm just concerned about the way we're playing football, and it doesn't seem to me that the players are. It doesn't seem to me like the players are enjoying their games either. They always either look tired or jaded or frustrated. They want to play football, surely. It looks to me that they want to play football, but he's not letting them. He's not giving them the freedom. I think that team, I know, look, we played the free flowing football, played very exciting attacking football a couple of years ago, and we was top of the league for 90% of the season, and we capitulated at the end. But what a season that was. That the football we played then was exciting. You know, it was enjoyable, and we did take some stupid losses. We lost some games, but that was it. That again is on the manager. There was a game that was 3-3 against Southampton. I remember that. There was a game that we lost against Villa. There was games that we lost against Everton. There was games that we should have won, but we didn't, obviously. And you know, but at least the football was enjoyable. This is now getting to the stage where I don't even want to. I would have preferred to have watched the Real Madrid Bayern Munich game tonight. I'm telling you, I'm getting sick to death of watching football that, you know, a lot of the Arsenal haters are saying it's anti-football. But I'm starting to think to myself, you know what, I'm tending to agree. Because at first I'm like, what are you moaning? So what? I don't care how you win the league, as long as we win it. But it's like I want to watch the other games and then just check the result of the Arsenal game. Because it's making me not like watching football. I love football. It's, you know, it's part of my life. It's just something I enjoy doing. Watching a decent game. I watch as much football as I possibly can. But obviously, when Arsenal are on, I watch Arsenal because they're my team. But I mean, I was keeping one eye on the other streams and that as, you know, watch alongs. And there were people in the comments saying, look, I'm watching the other game, mate. I can't watch no more of this. It's just, I just check the score. I just keep checking the score. Hopefully that I can, and we can see some goals from Arsenal. But I can't put my finger on this. What is why it's so shit? I can't. We've got the team, a lot of the players that we've got, they're good players, man. Is it Arteta's fault that Odegaard is now one of the worst midfielders in the league? Is it his fault? Is it the way how he's telling him to play? I don't know. Anyway, is McManus in the chat? How you doing, McManus? McManus has got a gaming channel, plays FIFA. Go and have a look at his channel if you're into that sort of thing. Big up, Lee. Hope you're well, mate. What was that? We look crap. Let's have it right. Carry on with crap like that, then I'm sorry, there's no way we're winning the league. Do you know what, McManus? We might well win the league playing like that boring shit football, 1-0 to the Arsenal. I mean, that was a big thing back in the day with George Graham, weren't it? But I think even then, it was more attractive football. I think the football it was more palatable. It might be because got a lot of contempt for the manager. I was watching him on the touchline there, and I'm just feeling some anger, like the arrogance of him. Thinks he knows better than everybody else, and also Odegaard waving his arms like calling players to go forward and then passing the ball back. I mean, He lost the ball. I counted it, McManus. I counted 9 times he lost the ball. Either played a loose ball, played a loose pass, or had the ball stole off him, or tripped over his own feet. And now that Arteta's on Prime now, and they're interviewing him, I've got it on mute. I don't want to hear what he's got to say. He's all going to say about all the plenty of positives and moments and this and that, and it just frustrates me. I look at him, I feel like punching him on the nose. I swear to God, I do, because he's destroying his own legacy. he is. Unless he starts winning trophies, he's just destroying his own legacy. What a future he had in front of him in the beginning. That everyone was saying about he's the best young coach in world football, this and that. He's, because he works under Pep. I'll put the cones out for Pep. But potentially, I started to see something a couple of years ago that things are looking better. Things started to look good. And the summer we had this year, I thought, we're looking quite tasty, man. We've got a great chance this season. I said it. Go back on my videos from the start of the season. I'm saying we've got a great chance this season. Oh, excuse me. But just watching the game, I never thought I'd say it. I never thought I'd say I'm sick of watching us. I'm sick of this. It's just so boring and it is annoying. But I'm happy we won. Just bored of it. Bored of watching Arsenal, and I love Arsenal to death. We need a balance. We need a balance. We need containing football. We need to go out and go 2 or 3-0 up first, and then contain, then manage the game. Even if we go 2-0 up, go 2-0 up first half, whatever. Play some exciting football. Get the goals in front, then defend your lead. If you want to play that, if you want to put the handbrake back on, save the players for the next game. Do that. Do it that way. We need. I don't know why they're training. They're doing runs and a bit of warm weather training after the match. Is it warm in Portugal now? Yeah, I should imagine so. It was raining earlier though, but they're all running up and down the pitch with they've just played the game. Havertz was on the pitch. I think the subs, unused subs. Well, Havertz is doing it. They've got the vest on with the art monitor thing. But I mean, is this why the players are so tired all the time? Because I don't know. That might have been mistaken there. That might have been before the game, because it might have been going back to what happened before. David Ray looks like he's got the man of the match. Just seeing him walking with someone, and he's been given something like a little medal or a little trophy thing or something, or he's given it to someone too old. Now he's talking to Theo and Sturridge. Yeah. Made 5 saves tonight. Yeah, made 5 saves tonight, David Raya. So they were sticking it on us, and we didn't have a shot. I think we had 1 shot on target up until the last 10 minutes of that game, I suppose. Come from Martin Odegaard, a weak shot straight at the keeper. That was a great save. The first one, earlier in the first half. They stuck it on us the first 10 minutes. Kepa's in goal. That's Kepa's in goal. That's 1-0, mate. To them, definitely. McManus. You know what I think of Arteta? I do know what you think of Arteta, McManus. Never wanted him, and I still don't want him. He's got to go. We're at the business end of the season, and playing like this isn't going to win the league. No plan B. There ain't no plan B. This is what I'm saying. What we should do. What you want to see. You want to see some intent. You want to see some urgency. You know, just get your noses in front. Get your noses in front and then manage the game. And then, you know, if they come back at you a little bit, then think, right, take the handbrake back off again. Win the ball back on the transition, go and get another goal. You know, excuses are being made for Arteta by top gooners, as they're now known. If you know, you know, the top gooners. About we meant to play against low blocks every week. Can't get through them, blah, blah, blah. Take long shots, mate. Shoot. Take long shots. If you start taking long shots, they've got to come at you to close you down. And then you break them down that way. Or something. Think of something. You're supposed to be an elite level manager or coach. There's got to be ways around. There's got to be tactical ways. Use players like Max Damon more. The players with the intent to go. They are running up and down the pitch. They're running up and down the subs. They're using the facilities. Are they allowed to do that? Use your more creative players. Players with a bit more, you know, no fear. But he's got no fear. Damn, his young boy's 60. He's got nothing to lose. He's got his whole life in front of him, his whole career in front of him. You know, he's going to want to sparkle, isn't he? Why he didn't play? Why he didn't start is just, I'm bewildered by it. I really am. The only player that tried to score against Southampton on Saturday, in my opinion, was Max Damon. And he the only player with the intent to go forward, try and create something, try and make something happen, was Max Damon. What does he get for that? Where's his reward? He gets benched for the fucking Sporting Lisbon game. A game that, you know, they haven't lost at home. That's going to be a narrative as well. They haven't lost at home for 14 or 15 games, something like that, since August. They haven't lost at home, Sporting Lisbon. That's going to be the narrative now, isn't it? You can see it coming tomorrow. Like, oh, yeah, but we're the first team to beat them in 15 games or 14 games or whatever it is. We need another overhaul. We need to get rid of some of the shite. Kepa, Cauliflower, Martinelli, Trossard, Odegaard, Havertz, White, Zubamendi. I don't agree with getting rid of Zubamendi. But with a heavy heart, Martinelli, yes. Kepa, Cauliflower, Calafiori, yeah. Odegaard, definitely. White, definitely. Havertz, Trossard, yeah. Look. Yeah, they're not superstars, are they? But I think Zubamendi's had a good season, to be fair. In my opinion, everybody's entitled to their opinion, McManus, but I think Zubamendi and Rice together, I think they're good. I think they're a good partnership in that midfield. You do see them switch roles. You see them. It reminds me, nowhere near the level yet, but it reminds me of the Vieira and Petit partnership a little bit, where one sits and one goes, and you know, different moments and different games. You'll see Zubamendi up the top in the 8 having a shot, and Rice is further back, and vice versa. See, I think they've got an understanding, and I think they didn't play against Southampton, and I think it was missing that still that they've both got that understanding I think we was missing that in that midfield. I don't rate Zubimendi at all. Don't see the hype around him. Well, yeah, people watch games differently, didn't they? And I think he's a decent player. I think he's better than Norgard. Is he better? Is he better than to be in the midfield than Odegaard? Doesn't really play the same position, but as a central midfielder, yeah, better than Havertz, yeah. Better than when I've seen Lewis Skelly in midfield, yeah. Who would you put next to Rice then, McManus, in the team? Because I think Norgard just got found out against Southampton. He was terrible. He's got a goal in him. He scored tonight, but it was offside. But he has scored some important goals. I think he's still settling in, still getting up to speed. But I think there was a lot of potential with him there. I think he's got a bright future, to be honest. What we need that left side sorted. Finally get that left side sorted. There's only one player really that would excite me coming to Arsenal, and I know it's going to be an impossible signing. Not totally impossible, but I think a player like Gyökeres from PSG, I think that would be an amazing signing for us, and I think he's doable. I know he's been there. He's not been there long. It's more realistic than some of the other players that we've been linked with. That you'd expect to pay 120 million for or whatever. I think Gyökeres. So I would sell Martinelli and Trossard to fund that. Just get him for 100 million maybe. That would be a fantastic signing for us. Who we got? Chris New. How you doing, Chris? Big yourself up as well, mate. It's just doing a reaction. I was going to be a watch along, but I changed my mind, and I'm glad I did because it was absolute dire game. So basically, that's how I felt about the game, and I just that's how I'm starting to feel about watching Arsenal now. Is a little bit upsetting. The team I've supported since I was 13, since I got into football. When I was 13, in 88, 89. That season was the season that when I first started watching football properly. Yeah. No worries, Chris. No worries, Mel, mate. Thanks for dropping in here, showing a bit of support as well to me. I appreciate that, man, and thank you for the shout out. Are you Views? Is it Views on Sports? Is that your channel, Chris? If it's Views, go and check out Views on Sport. Another Arsenal content creator, watch alongs, reactions, great channel over there. Go and show him some love. I was just, obviously slagging. You heard me. I was in your comment section, and I was really having a go at Martin Odegaard during the game. So not only on your one, on a few and a few other watch-alongs, a few other streams, and I've seen enough of him. I really have. I can't, as McManus is saying, he can't see the hype around Zubimendi. I can't see why people still like Odegaard, why people still rate him, why people still defend him for being the captain. For me, it's a no-brainer to have Declan Rice or Gabriel Magalhaes as our captain. One of them two, either or. I'm not fussed which one, but they're the captain material. Oh, Vigilante. Oh, okay. Vigilante is another. I don't know how to put the links in the chat. You're welcome to put the links in the chat, Chris. I don't know how to do it. If you can do it, do it. Norgard should have been bought. Waste of money. I'd go for Tonali from Newcastle. A lot better than Zubimendi, mate. I'd love to see Kvaratskhelia at Arsenal. What a player. What a player. Yeah, Kvaratskhelia. I think he'll transform the left-hand side. He's better than Trossard and Martinelli put together. Really is, in my opinion. I was on Vigilante. He's better. Yeah, he's better than both of them put together. Odegaard is trash. We need to sell him. He's gone from bad to worse. He has, absolutely. But yeah, guys, check out my guy views. Yeah, Chris, mate, if you can, put a link in the chat if you can, mate. And I'm not good at this. I don't know how to do links. If you can, I don't know how to do it. I really I don't know how to do anything like that. I'm useless. I think you need to be a mod to put links in. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know how to make. I've got mods. I have got mods, but I can't remember how I made them. I don't know how to do it on StreamYard. I don't know. Do you want to be? Would you mind being a mod if I can make you one, Chris? If I learn how to do it. Let's have a look. How do I do it? I don't think I can do it. No, it's just no. I can't find an option. Chris, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Yeah, I'll do that, mate. Right, so how do I make you a mod then on StreamYard? Use it because I'm doing this via StreamYard, or could I do it? Hang on. If I look at watch the show on my channel through my phone, I wonder if I can do it this way. Managing, yeah, it's just saying about moderators there. Right, click my name. I think you should get the option. Yeah, I can do it through my phone. I couldn't do it through the StreamYard, but I can see you there now. Add as moderator. What, a managing or a standard? Is it a managing moderator can manage block words and change chat modes in live? Also a standard. I don't know what one it is. What one is it? Is it managing or standard? Any. I'll put a standard one for now. You're okay? You're a standard. You're standard there. All right. Yeah. So if you any links you want to put in there, Chris, views, Vigilante, stick them in there. Arsenal content creators themselves, stick them in, mate. No worries. Yeah. So just a quick question to those of you that are watching. I know it's late and don't want to be hanging around too long. Let's go through the team. All right, and if you're watching this on a rerun, also, you know, put what you would do in there as well. Keep or sell. Right. So let's go through the team today. David Raya in goal, obviously keep. So right back, Ben White. So that's hang on, before we do this, let's just go and highlight the links. These are Arsenal content creators. This is Chris's one. Go and check his channel out. This one is, what's your channel called, Chris? What's your, is his views on sport? Views has got a good channel. Is yours just called? They're in the chat anyway, so you can go back to them and click on them and check them out. Yeah, so let's go through Ben White. Ben White for me, he's done. Let's sell him. Saliba and Gabriel, you obviously keep. Calafiori, I don't know. He's a bit hit and miss for me. And this one is Vigilante. And Chris, put what your channel's called. Yeah, sell White, mate. Absolutely. Calafiori for me is a bit hit and miss. He's had some poor games, but he's also had some good games. But I don't think he's good enough for us. So we sell Cauliflower. We will sell him. Moving into the midfield. So today's two in the midfield were Rice and Zubamendi. I keep both, obviously. I know McManus would sell Zubamendi, but no, I'd keep him. Also in the midfield areas, there's players like Moreno. I think I'd sell him. I can't think of every player off the top of my head now, but I'm just going to go through the players that we see tonight, really. Odegaard, get rid of him. No good. Havertz, get rid of him. Not good enough. Chris's channel's called Chris Gaming 84. Keep Zubamendi, Chris, yeah? Havertz and Odegaard, yeah, sell both of them. Listen, this is going to be a bit controversial, right? Martinelli and Trossard, sell them, but this is what's going to be controversial. I'm on the verge. Of catching in on Saka. Evening, James Lau. How you doing, sir? How you doing, James? Nice to see you. I ain't seen you for a while. What do you think of that? Is anyone going to jump on me? You know, I think he's done. I've just got the feeling. A lot of people are going to say to me, "What are you talking about? Sell Saka, star boy." But I'm starting to think he's finished. You might think I'm mad, but I am. What do you think, James? Yeah, it was a very hard game to watch, man. And every game lately, I'm just saying, James, how much I'm starting to think I don't want to watch Arsenal no more. I would just want to check the results and just watch the Real Madrid game or something. Mate, sell Saka. Chris agrees with me. I'm not saying 100% yet, Chris. I think I've got to see. I think I just want to see him for the rest of the season. Just see if he improves, see if he gets that spark back. But for me, yeah, I mean, I'm on the verge, mate. I'm on the verge of saying, cash in, cash in. Too predictable, James is saying. Yeah. Chris, yeah, too predictable. AFC always. How you doing? I ain't seen you for a while either. How you doing, sir? The way Arteta built this side has made it impossible to play entertaining football. Centre backs and full backs, two defensive midfielders on unimaginative. I think the players can play more creatively. I think they can play more attacking. Declan Rice certainly can. Many can score goals. I think Ben White was always overlapping Saka. I think he's had it anyway, Ben White. I'm just using it as an example. Did used to overlap, getting to the byline and crossing in, and Saka just drifting inside. They can. I just think he's just put the brakes on them all. Arteta thinks he can reinvent the wheel, as Shane says, and he likes these players that can play multiple positions. And I just think get a right back that's a right back. Like Tierney, get a left back that was a left back. Tierney was a great left back. Reason why Tierney didn't really get, apart from his injuries, is because he wanted him to invert, and he's not that kind of player. A left back, a full back's a full back. Stop trying to be too clever. Stop trying to be too smart. Get the players that play in the positions they play in, and they make it their own. So how it always used to be. All these utility players, we can play at left back and also can play as number 9, whatever. Buy players for the positions you want them to play in. Don't buy players who you can play in from 3 or 4 different positions, because to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You need to be able to. That's your position. That's what you're fighting for. 2 players fighting for the same position every week. That's how it always used to be. 4-4-2 as well. 4-4-2. So most teams you'd see they'd have the 2 fullbacks, right, for each side. They'd have like the 4 centre halves. They'd have the midfield players, 4 central midfield players, 4 wingers, 4 strikers, and play a 4-4-2. And that's how I remember football being like back in the day. And it was like, you had like a 23, 24 man squad or whatever it was, and before that, I mean, you didn't have great big squads, but you had. I remember you still had 16 to 18 man squads, I suppose, because you had the subs. Football just exploded when the Premier League started, I think, and it just went all influx of all the foreign managers and all their new ideas, and Arsene Wenger probably was the main one, weren't he? the main one that revolutionised football. Sack the manager. Even if he wins the Prem, I'm telling you now, we will fall off more than what Liverpool have done this season. But you've got one job to do. Bring Enrique in the summer. You'd take Enrique, wouldn't you? You'd take him. Big up, Chris. The team looks tired. They've looked tired for weeks, mate. And I've done a video on it, and someone called me short-sighted. I've done a video on it, and I said, look, these are elite athletes, the players. They're fit as fiddles. You know, I used to, you know, after school, you go and play football with your mates every day. Every day. You know, I'll go to school, smoke 10 fags a day, at 10 pence, and still run around like a lunatic at school for 90 minutes every day. Can't be that these players are playing 3 games a week. This is what I was saying, 2 or 3 games a week. This can't be the reason why they look so tired all the time. There's got to be another reason behind it. And someone called me short-sighted for saying that. Yeah. Oh. You look at other teams. You look at the other teams all around Europe. You don't see the tiredness. You don't see the players like gassing out after 60 minutes. We're not even playing intense football. We're not playing with a higher tempo. You know, it's not like burst sprints all the time. A lot of it's lethargic, laid back, backwards, sideways, passing. It's not passing into space either. It's passing into the feet. They ain't got to run. You know, it's lazy football. Maybe it's because it's lazy football. You know, sometimes you feel more tired if you lounge about all day than what you did if you went to work. Arteta's killing them in training. That's what I suggested as well, Chris. I suggested that in the video that I did. And, yeah, a couple of people didn't like it. But, you know, you got the right to your own opinion, man. And you can say what you see. Say what you see. That's all I'm saying. What I'm seeing, I'm bored of. I'm not enjoying it. But, you know, AFC always, I didn't think of it the way of what you just said. About like what Slot done when Liverpool, they won the league last season and they fell off a cliff this year. Didn't think about it that way because I was suggesting that maybe give him another year if he wins the Premier League. He's got to give him the flowers for another year, maybe the helm, whatever you want to call. But I didn't think about it like that. I didn't think about because I don't think about other clubs in the same way, I suppose. And the drop off from Liverpool has been they're talking about second slot, isn't they? Not the. I haven't heard anybody, at a higher level, board level, saying they want a second slot or he's got 1 or 2 games to prove himself to turn things around or whatever. But I've heard whispers from ex-players, Steven Gerrard's one of them, saying he'd be worried for Slot if they don't beat Fulham this weekend. Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't think about it like that. What would it be? What would the drop-off be if, say, for example, we did win the league, we kept him for another season, would we fall off like that? Or would it be the start of something special? I didn't think about it like that, but perhaps it would be a major fall off if we kept, because he's been found out every tactic that he's imposed It has been found out. Yeah, mate, it has been a chore. It has been a chore. Yeah, it's so boring. You're right. And send them for a break in Dubai now. Yeah. Well, all the players that withdrew from international duty, they should have just sent them over there for a few days. Then just a bit of warm weather training. Remember when we done that Christmas when we had a winter break? I remember. I went a bit mental about it. I remember going like, "What are you sending them on a break for? What do they? They don't deserve it. They don't. What warrants that?" And then they come back and they went on an incredible run, didn't they? Nearly won the league just after Christmas, wasn't it? January time. Only thing that really annoys me with this fan base is when we win games, the manager is a genius, but when we lose, it's the players are not good enough, and rightly so. Anything to defend this. Yeah, what is it? What is it about the manager? That they, you know, I've seen a lot of the fan base never seem to point the finger at him. They always, they blame the players when we lose, and and when we win, he's a genius. Like we won tonight. What are we going to hear tonight? Tough game. Yeah, but we got there in the end. Arteta's substitutions were inspiring. It's going to be all that shit. He brought them on too late. The game. Oh mate, thank fuck we won it 1-0. But he brought them on too late, and if it weren't for Raya, we could have been like at least 2-0 down before he made any of them subs. Would he have made the subs if they'd have scored earlier? Perhaps. But for me, nah. I'm not enjoying it. I'm really not enjoying it. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream. It's getting late. Thanks for joining in, everybody. I'll be doing. What am I doing next? I think I'll do a reaction. I'll be doing a match reaction to the Bournemouth game. I'm not sure if I'll do a live or a video, but you'll see it if you turn the little bell on your notifications. You'll see it, and I'll be seeing this. Let's just read these last few comments out. I've never known a manager so loved for doing nothing. No, it's embarrassing, isn't it? That's why all the other clubs are laughing at us. They're laughing at us because of that. We are now, I've been confirmed, the most hated team in the league. It used to be Spurs, but it's Arsenal now, without a shadow of a doubt, mate. Everyone hates us now. Everybody. Because of the arrogance of the manager. Come on, boys, give it a like. Yeah, stick a like on the video, man. So we've played Portsmouth. Well, Wigan. Is that Wigan? Supposed to be Wigan, Mansfield, and Southampton. That's 4 non-Premier League teams, and we can't reach an FA Cup final. A disgrace, absolute disgrace. If Man City win a domestic treble, everyone at Arsenal should be sacked. Yeah, listen, Man City won't. I was about to say something positive about Arsenal. Then Man City won't win the league. They'll win this FA Cup. They'll have a cup double. They'll win. They're a good cup side as well, aren't they? I mean, they're a good league side, but they're also a very good cup side. Oh my God! What? Aussie Ange. Evening. Did you see Christian from AFTV say Arteta needs a new contract winning tonight against a tough Sporting? Oh my God. See, this is what I mean. That's why I don't watch AFTV no more. I don't watch it, mate. All the best ones on there, the best contributors on there have left. You know, even some of them are super positive. Some of them call it out how they see it. But I can't watch it no more. They've sold their souls, mate. AFTV have sold their souls. No, I didn't see it, mate. I didn't see it. And I don't watch it. Um, Arteta is the most protected manager in world football. But Arteta is the most protected manager in world football. Is Arteta bigger than God? But, mate, I can't wait to see the back of him. City have hit top form now too. Yeah, they have. They have. They smashed the granny out of Liverpool, didn't they? Smashed the granny out of us in the cup final. Knocked Liverpool out of the FA Cup. You know, we've got them in 2 weeks. Well, not this Saturday, not this weekend. Next weekend, sandwich in between the another Bournemouth and the next Sporting Lisbon game. Christian and Miguel, I don't know. I've seen Christian once or twice. Miguel, yeah, he can be annoying, but I mean, he's got his opinions. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but I don't watch him. You know, if who's the other little guy from AFTV as well is annoying. He's all super positive all the time and always defending Arteta and Arsenal. He doesn't call it out. What's his name? The little fella. Can't think of his name now. Always used to argue with Claude. It was funny. AFTV letting his daughter on the panel is a joke. Oh, what is he? Did Robbie let his daughter? Oh, yeah, I think I've seen one of them. I think I have seen one of them. Ty, that's the name. Aussie Hands Ty. Yeah, he can be annoying. He can be funny, but he can also be annoying. Oh, mate, what a signing that would have been. AFC we should have signed Semenyo in January. But I was saying earlier on in the stream, a player that I would sign, Havertz. If I had the choice, I think it's doable. We ain't been at PSG long. I get all that, but I'd love that player at our club. I would. I don't know how they're signing players, Man City. I really don't, because these charges ain't been. They must know something. They must know they're getting away with whatever it is, or they're going to appeal and it's just going to keep going on for years. Been hearing things about a 60-point deduction and all sorts of crap, but you never know what's going to happen, and they shouldn't be allowed to be spending money like that on players like Gui and Semenyo in January. The same thing happened last January, wasn't it? Or was it? Who did they sign? They signed some players, and I was thinking, how are they allowed to still sign players? Chelsea got a suspension, didn't they, from signing players? I'm not sure if this one can. I think it's a suspended embargo this time, but a couple of years ago they weren't allowed to buy players for 2 windows or something. Christian is definitely getting a king's ransom from AFTV. Definitely getting a king's ransom from AFTV. It did say Arsenal could do the quad by winning the Prem Champions League. Spurs going down and City being charged with the 115. God, why is everyone bothered? Well, I mean, I would love to see him go down, but I mean, it's not on my mind. It's not like, you know, that it affects me in any way. And I've even seen people or fans profess to be Arsenal fans would swap winning the league to watch Spurs go down. And to me, that's pathetic. That's pathetic, mate. I wouldn't. I don't care enough about Tottenham. So what if they go down? I mean, yeah, I hope they do, but I mean, I wouldn't sacrifice the league for it. Egal equals extremely gullible, or is it gullible? Is it? I certainly love her. Tight is the one who used to argue with Claude. Rest in peace. Has it been 5 years, Ozzy? 5 years. Wow. Yeah, I remember when they slug him off of AFTV for a silly comment about Son, weren't it? And but they didn't. They pick and choose. I don't know. They're a massive channel, and they're probably the pioneers of this industry for us. Content. People will try. We'll try and have. I've got 3 people watching at the minute. They have millions, thousands on their streams at a time. There's some other good channels that have spurned off from AFTV as well, like Curtis, Turkish, and Troops. Was the other guy, DT? I know that there was something with DT, but they've got some big channels there, and the other guy, Lee Gunner, as well. They've built big channels through being on AFTV as well, giving them the leg up. But AFTV, as the model they are now, I can't watch it. Can't. Robbie's getting annoying to me. You don't. Doesn't matter if you like them or not. If you don't like them, don't watch them. But I'm not complaining. I'm not trying to degrade his channel or anything. I'm just saying it's changed. It's changed, and he seems to have changed. He doesn't seem the same. Doesn't seem the same to me. He was giving the fans a voice. That was the original idea outside the stadium after the games. Great idea. Absolutely exploded. And it's also give careers to people like I've just mentioned as well. So yeah, it was a good thing, but it's just gone down a different road now. It's too commercial. It's not raw anymore. It's like it's been what's it called? Censored a little bit. And yeah, it's not the same anymore. So I don't watch it. Renee Slegers deserves a. Who's Renee Slegers out of always? Who's that? Oh, but now you've got to come back and say it's an old Arsenal player, isn't you? Don't know who it is. I've never heard that name before, I don't think. Right, anyway, I'm out of here. Good night. God bless. We better win the league before they start World War III. Oh, can you imagine that, James? Can you imagine that if that and they suspend the league until afterwards? Oh gosh, they've done that before, didn't they? They've done that. Was it World War One? I think that was. That's where the original hate comes from. From the Arsenal and Tottenham, wasn't it? When I think Tottenham got relegated and Arsenal took their place. Was it Arsenal took their something happened when the World War One broke out, and there was Arsenal and Spurs swapped places. Like Tottenham got relegated, and Arsenal got promoted because they put. I think they added 2 more teams to the league, or something like that. Anyway, I can't remember exactly what it is. But instead of Tottenham going back into the league after being relegated, Arsenal didn't finish in the promotion places, but they went up instead of putting Spurs back in there. Something like that. The Arsenal ladies manager. I don't watch the football, mate. I don't watch enough of the ladies' game. I don't. So I want to know who she is. I want to know AFC always. Sorry, mate. I don't really watch the ladies' game. I'll check a £1 billion spent after 6. Oh, because she won the Champions League last season, weren't it? It was at Sporting Lisbon's ground, I believe. Was it? I think it was. You know, I can't remember exactly. Um, yeah. Anyway, what I've said goodnight twice. I'll say goodnight the third time. Third time lucky. Um, good night. God bless. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'll see you all soon.